Morning, y'all. Sorry it's a bit windy. I hope you can hear me well. So, up a bit early, taking a walk before the gym opens, but I wanted to take some time to think, be ready for the gym when it opens. And yeah, so as you know, I got my real estate license yesterday, and I'm very happy about the accomplishment, especially that I did it in such a short time, and just meeting a goal, because that's that whole momentum thing. So, I'm starting to pick up speed. But now I have to think about, what am I going to do with it? It's not just a license to have, just in case. So how am I going to monetize this license? So I wanted to think through some things with you and set some goals, some SMART goals, because that's what I've been doing. I've been putting myself, exposing myself to you and setting some goals and holding myself accountable, and it's been super effective. So I'm gonna keep doing it. So hold on, I'm gonna pause it because the wind's crazy and find somewhere to sit down and chat. So there's nothing like some stairs in the cut to just chill and talk for a little while, but as you see above me, it's very windy, so pardon that if it's kind of hard to hear. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, now what am I going to do with this real estate license? How am I going to turn it into some money, which was the purpose of getting it in the first place? So when I was deciding to get my license, I actually called one of my really good friends who's a real estate broker, and he's actually represented us in several transactions over the years. I called him first, not only for advice, but it's because every time we had a transaction and I'd tell him what I want or negotiate a certain way, or when I'd read over the contract and say, I don't like these terms, whatever. I'm very familiar with real estate contracts over the years, And he's like, you know what? You should become a real estate agent. I was like, no. If I've learned one thing, do not sign up for anything just for money. It's what I said in my why video. What's your why? Money is a byproduct of something that's got you on fire, something that you're leaning towards, because a lot of times people say, I don't know what that is. But things that fill you, that fulfill you. So at those times, I had no desire to be a real estate agent, and then now I did. So I called him first. I was like, guess what? And he's like, what? But anyway, so my step one in my, sorry, I feel like I've been blocking the phone a little bit the whole time. Sorry, my finger was kind of in the way of the camera. So step one is I'm going to meet with him this week. Part of when we first chatted was, all right, get your license, and then when you get it, we're going to talk and see how we can work together. So we're meeting together this week. That's step one in my figuring out how to monetize the real estate license. Because regardless, whatever I do, I got to hang the license somewhere. So it may be there. And the other thing, really, because I don't know how much I'm going to be focused on being a real estate agent. I think transactions are going to come to me via relationships. I already have some friends that said, hey, when I'm ready to buy my house, I'm coming to you, because I know you'll negotiate it properly for us. So I think some deals are going to come that way, but I don't know how much my focus is going to be on being a listing agent, being a buyer's agent. I don't know. We're gonna see, because regardless, to build up your profile, to have enough clients to make a good amount of money with your 3%, typically 3% commissions off of buying and selling homes, it's gonna take a while to properly monetize that. Doesn't mean that's not the direction I'm gonna go, but it's gonna take a while. But my focus is, because this is the game I was in for a while, is finding investment properties, not for me to purchase, because as Dave Ramsey will tell you, if you're broke, you shouldn't be buying investment properties. I agree. But no, I have, because I was in the game for a while, a couple people who would pay good money, or you get into a partnership with them if you bring them the deals, like an investment deal, because that's a hard thing to find. And yeah, so that's really gonna be, I think, my initial focus. Which, what does that mean? I need some leading KPIs. Leading KPIs is the activities you do at the beginning or before you get the result, over and over and over, that then determine a result. It's the whole idea about, what I was telling you with budgeting and so forth. You ahead of time can see when you can pay something off, because the actions today then lead up to something. So leading KPIs are like, how much time do I need to spend researching what avenues I can find this investment properties? How many phone calls I need to make to the possible investment properties so that I can start negotiating with one of them. So then you set goals like, okay, I'm going to spend an hour every day researching to see if I find properties, and I'm going to spend an hour every day making calls, or I'm going to make 20 calls a week. Obviously, the numbers for me have to be realistic with my schedule and the kids, but the beautiful part about it is, because I went so hard on getting my real estate license, I realized I carved out like a lot of time. I really did. Like, the only thing I want to pull back is maybe a half an hour of individualized attention per kid per day. So an hour. I want to pull back an hour. But man, I did stuff on the treadmill, as you've heard me. I realized a really good window of time is right after my kids eat breakfast. They like to play. Like, breakfast itself takes a long time. Getting them up in the morning, changing them in the morning, sitting them down for breakfast. Like, it's already like an hour and change. So by the time it's all over, they're like, oh my gosh, just put me on the floor so I can play with my toys. Even Riley. Like, leave me alone. Don't even carry me. I want to play with my toys. So breakfast time is beautiful because right after it's all done, I have at least an hour, sometimes a little bit more, that I could just sit on my computer on the couch while they have fun playing by themselves. So it's great. So the point is, I'm so grateful for going after the real estate license the way I did, because I've realized I can carve out a lot of time in the day when I'm properly organized. So, yeah, so basically I gotta think through what are all the steps that I gotta take, and think about some leading KPIs and set some goals. So I'm gonna give you a a tentative goal, which would be have a house under negotiation for purchase within 90 days. That would be the first goal I want to set. Actually, my husband is the one that came up with these numbers, and it works for me. So I'm just gonna say that. So that's my goal. So now you're gonna hear me along the way, figuring out how to get there, and setting my SMART goals, and my leading KPIs on how to arrive to getting a house, an investment property, under negotiation by 90 days. And then setting some other goals along with that as I get some momentum. Anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at. And I gotta tell you, sorry I'm not so hyped yet. It's because I haven't gone to the gym yet. Usually I record after. But since I have all this free time, it's wise for me to do it right now, because Sundays runs late because the gym opens late. So right when I finish the gym, I gotta rush over the house and start the whole day routine with the kids. Anyway, happy Sunday, you guys. Thanks for taking the time to listen to me. I gotta tell you, it's an honor when I see views. It could be just a few, but just to know that somebody is turning me on and actually hearing what I have to say is awesome. Bye.